Can you hear me? No. Hi, Justine. Can't. Oh, really? I don't know why. Hi. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you?
Uh-oh. I still can't hear you.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't have the mute button on?
What do you mean by 摆蓝? I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Ooh, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Maybe I set it like. Excuse me?
Maybe it was where you were. I said maybe it was where you were standing.
Oh, you mean I'm at home?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I can hear you now, so that's what's important.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your answers. It's really helpful.
Really?
Yeah, it's really helpful.
What else do you need?
And
Good.
there are some. I have additional questions. Three additional questions.
Okay.
Because you told me, you teach a mentor test as a class, right?
Yes.
Yes. I want to know that how many books can you finish teaching throughout a semester?
So we don't really do semesters in 5th grade. We do units.
Oh,
And
unit.
they typically last a month, but we
Oh.
go a little bit over the under. We have 9 units we're reading, so book texts for all of them. I would say we have around 4 or 5 mentor texts.
Oh, so you mean you have 19 units to finish throughout the whole year?
Yes.
Oh, so maybe like if we divide it evenly, it's like 9 units for every semester?
9 units for the entire year, the entire school year.
Oh. How long is the entire school year? You mean the 12 months? 8 months?
It's from September to the end of June. So October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So it's about 8 months. Yeah.
Oh, 8 months for 9 units.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think it's a little bit slow, right?
It is, because the mentor text I read aloud to the class, and they each get a copy of the book.
Oh.
And I use it really to teach them the genre that we're studying, and then I'll teach skills through it. So if we're working on how to make predictions, as I'm reading the mentor text, I'll make predictions to show them, and then they'll go back and do it in their own book. That's different.
Oh, I know. I understand. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So you have different units. So different units provided them different genres.
Yes, different units.
Oh, so the textbooks were provided, not chosen by you.
No, they were chosen by our district.
Oh, I know, I understand. Oh, okay, I know, I understand. And okay, and you told me your students love realistic fiction and historic fiction. I don't think my students will like this kind of genre.
Really? Which one? Realistic
Because
or historical?
like both. I think both of them are not popular among my students. Like realistic fiction is too realistic. They prefer like magical, they prefer fiction, but not realistic. And they tell me the historical fiction is boring. You have to remember the time, the people's name. So why do you say your students like this?
Well, in fourth grade, because I taught fourth grade for 4 years, and then I just moved to fifth grade this year. So teaching fourth grade, we do a 2-month-long fantasy unit. So I think they were exposed to it so much last year. This year, they look forward to a change. And I think because they're in fifth grade, they're 10 and 11, and they're starting to go through puberty. Like, their body is changing, their hormones are changing. And so the realistic fiction, I find they really enjoy reading books about kids that are growing up and going through, like, social situations.
Oh,
like, they can relate.
Oh, I understand.
And then the historical fiction, I think it also depends on the books that you find. Like, there are some that are really boring, but the ones that we have in our school, they absolutely love. Like, there's one called Under the Blood Red Sun, and it's when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor.
Oh.
And they absolutely loved it because there's so much action in it. So for them, I think for my kids, because they're so young, they sometimes see the historical fiction books as fantasy type books because they don't realize all of these things happened in the past. Like, they don't understand that war is still happening.
Oh, so they're curious, you mean?
Yes, I think they're curious, and I think they love, like, the boys tend to love the books that have battles and people that are, dying or get shot. They just find it very exciting, and I would say my girls tend to choose realistic fiction. The boys tend to like historical.
Oh, so there is gender difference.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and you also told me that they dislike non-fiction when it's for comprehension practice. Can you tell me more, give me more information about the difficulties?
So we use nonfiction for pretty much all comprehension. There's a magazine that we use. It's called Time for Kids, Time magazine, the New York Times. They make a magazine for children, and it's basically a magazine with all different articles, but there's always a focus article, and it's about something going currently on in the world. And then there's quizzes that go with it, and then they do the quiz, and on the back of the quiz is an open-ended response. So we use those every other week to help them practice their comprehension and their open-ended writing skills.
So they found it difficult.
I mean, in the beginning they find it difficult, but once they get the hang of it, because for them, they're learning how to go back into articles and find direct quotes to use as evidence to support their thinking. And it's hard for them, especially if they're struggling readers. It's sometimes hard for them to know what's the best evidence to choose.
I understand. Okay, do you think the poetry is at least popular?
Poetry we did in fourth grade, so I think it felt a little repetitive in fifth grade this year. Some of them really like poetry because they have more freedom and they can be more creative, and it's a lot easier because it's short writing. It's not like you're writing an entire story. But in terms of reading it, I think they enjoyed it for maybe a week, but then they were completely sick of it after that because it just felt very repetitive.
Oh, repetitive.
Yes.
Okay. And last question. Do you have my handout on your hand?
Yeah, I can go grab. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Somewhere. Okay.
The last page, the instructional strategies list.
It is in my hand.
Oh, okay.
What do you want me to look at?
The last page.
Okay.
I want you to tell me, which instructional strategies do you use most often? I mean, you most frequently in your classroom.
Okay, I would say close reading.
Oh, close reading. Okay.
Notebooking and journaling, but you might want to make a note that they do pretty much everything online because they each have their own laptop.
Mm.
And then I would say modeling.
Modeling. So you read and they repeat.
Yeah, but there is, like, it's hard because I kind of want to put modeling with peer teaching and collaboration. They do watch me do it first, but then sometimes they do it independently, but majority of the time they do it in a book club group with kids that are reading at their same reading level. So there's still a lot of collaboration going on even after I've modeled something.
Oh, so do you teach them in literature circles or like let them stand in rows?
No, they're grouped in. They have desks that are in groups of like four or 6 desks. But when we do book clubs, they tend to just go find a place in the room, and they don't. I mean, I guess they do kind of sit in a circle, yeah.
Oh, so modeling, close reading, and journaling. What else? What about the first one, academic vocabulary and language?
Yeah, we do. We actually focus more so on vocabulary and writing. We call it Tier 2 vocabulary.
Oh, do you teach vocabulary separately or?
Yes. Yeah, we teach vocab. We alternate. So one week we do spelling, and the week after we do vocabulary.
Oh, you teach them separately.
Yes.
And do you? I mean, if you finished the vocabulary part, do you review in the later units?
Sometimes, but I would say not likely.
Oh. Okay. And how do you assess their vocabulary?
They will have. So they'll get the vocabulary words on Monday. They'll make flashcards on Tuesday, which has the word on the front and the definition and the part of speech on the back. And then on Wednesday, they'll write the vocabulary words and sentences. And then Thursday, they're supposed to study. And on Friday, they'll get a quiz. And the quiz is, because they only get 10 words a week, so the quiz would be 10 sentences, and they have to fill in the blank with the word that fits it best.
Oh, I mean, this activity is repeated every week or only in 1 week?
Every other week. We alternate between spelling and vocabulary.
Oh, I know. I understand. Okay. Yes, I understand. And do you any more strategies you use often?
Read aloud.
Oh, read aloud.
I try to use pretty often. I would say identifying similarities and differences. We focus on that a lot. And we teach them how to compare and contrast multiple readings. So we'll give them like 3 articles or 3 short stories and have them find the common themes or the common trends and then what's different about them.
Oh. And what activities do you think attract students most?
I mean, they absolutely love in 5th grade working with other people, majority of them, not all of them. But I think it helps them stay more on task because they have someone else kind of working it through with them. They enjoy using graphic organizers because it helps them plan out their ideas more. I mean, I will say there is definitely more of a love for reading from my girls. My boys, there's not one of them that absolutely loves reading. Like if I give them the option of having silent reading time, most of the girls will be extremely excited. Not one boy will take out a book and be excited to read.
Oh, I mean, do they make graphic organizer by themselves or in small groups?
I usually show them the format of the organizer and then they have to do it with their particular book.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your information.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and what about your assignment?
What do you mean my assignment?
I mean your essay.
My paper?
Yeah.
I finished my paper last week because I'm going away for spring break this week.
Oh.
So I made sure I got it done, but I still have to do my final discussion with my team, and then I have to write the analysis.
Okay.
But everything else is pretty much done.
Oh, so you are now on spring vacation.
Yeah, I'm on spring break.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
All right. Well, let me know if you need anything else, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Justine. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Bye.